So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take these two stories that I have and I'm gonna split them into two different commentaries. But basically it's gonna be like a part 1, part 2 type of thing because it's about the same friend. But the first story that I'm gonna tell you guys, which is this video, was kind of him screwing me over. Well, I don't know. Maybe you guys could decide whether he screwed me over or not. I'm not exactly sure how this commentary is gonna go down. I'm just gonna kind of start talking, which is what I normally do. And then the second video I do is going to be me just totally screwing him over, so, you know, just to give you kind of a perspective of what videos are to come. So, I had this friend, probably at the time one of my best friends, and this commentary doesn't, but the next one with this friend will correlate into a past video I did, but I'll explain that all later. So, he was probably my best friend at the time. I hung out with him all the time, and on the other side, I had this girlfriend who is still currently the longest relationship I've ever had. Obviously, we're not going out right now. This was a while ago, but I'm not even sure how long we went out because it was one of those relationships where we stopped talking for like a week, and then we kind of like we would get into a fight, just get mad at each other, stop talking, and a week later we'd make up. So I don't know if you count that as a breakup, but whether or not you do or don't, it's a long relationship, and you know, just a good girlfriend. Basically, probably a few months into dating her, I kind of started to slowly introduce her, not herself. I introduced her to, you know, some of my friends. You know, we started hanging out with my friends more, and one of my friends, she told me used to be best friends with her. Now at the time I thought, okay, well, this is pretty cool. You know, my best friend and my girlfriend used to be good friends. You know, that's perfect. That means that we could just hang out, and for a while that's what it was. You know, just all of us hanging out, having a good time. Everyone kind of just got along perfectly. And then it kind of started to get to a point where it's just like, okay, you guys are maybe too good of friends. And by that I don't mean like they were just like best friends forever. It seemed like there was something more going on. They started to come up with more and more inside jokes, and they had more and more things, and you know, he would give her presents and stuff. It was kind of like that. It was kind of like, it wasn't totally crossing over the boundary, but it was getting very, very close. So I had suspicions, but like I said, this is my best friend and my girlfriend. I'm not going to start calling everyone out because that can only end badly for me. So we were at this party, and I got kind of mad at her, and then she got kind of mad at me, and we were both just kind of pissed off, and then my best friend went over to go comfort her, and I didn't really take offense to it at the time. I wasn't like, oh, he's not comforting me, he's comforting her, you know, I didn't really think of it like that, but it amounted to them having this kind of thing from that point on, where they just kind of, like, I felt like there were days where she would just talk to him, like she would avoid me just to hang out with him, and then I would try to hang out with him and be like, oh no, sorry, I'm hanging out with another friend, and I come later to find that it's my girlfriend that he's hanging out with. Stuff like that, and it kind of got to a point where like I felt super awkward bringing it up to her because I didn't want to be like, hey, you know, is there a thing? Because, you know, if you're wrong about something like this, if you bring it up, if you call that out, and you're wrong, it just gets awkward. The relationship is hard to recover, and then, you know, it's basically risking a good relationship and a good friendship. So I didn't want to do that, and I was kind of in an awkward spot where it was just like, you know, it seems like you're really into him and everything. And then one day we were at, I think we were in the parking lot of some place. This is during, like, I was still kind of a skater-ish, kind of phasing out. You know, I would just kind of ride around my skateboard from time to time. And so it was a group of people, both of them included, and I don't remember what happened, but for some reason I was talking to my girlfriend, and like she did something, and I playfully like skated away, and then I circled back, and I looked through, because we were in the parking lot, and I looked through a few car door windows just long enough and just quick enough to see him arrive, them hug, and then them kiss. And I just, man, I cannot explain to you guys how just absolutely bummed out I was. So I don't know what to take from this commentary, but I can truly say that was probably one of the worst ways a relationship has ever ended. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm ImNotMagic. You know what, guys. Later.